my third time taking Graham.
Nice.
Yeah. So with her, that was my second.
Okay.
Oh yeah?
Baja un poquito el volumen.
7, 8. Is this okay?
It's
I'm
good, but
trying.
for some reason, Kathleen, your video is not good, the quality.
I'm noticing that.
Maybe this one's better. La 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 la. Ponle.
A ver, espera un momento.
Ponme.
Este, mejor.
All right.
And now talk, Kathleen. Nice, yeah, perfect. Yes.
So we'll just do that then.
Then you're gonna see my hand like huge.
When you have your but let me check it out now. The other one. Yes, the other one is very.
Let me see if I'll put it on my internet.
Maybe the Wi-Fi. Oh, you're in the Wi-Fi now.
No, I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
You guys like my post today? Couple goals.
Yes.
Exactly.
We like that.
Maybe somebody's jealous here, eh? I'm like here alone, single. Damn it.
I think I try to maybe set up there.
I don't know why I'm.
Your sister is here, Kathleen.
Hey, Victoria. Is this any better?
No.
Let me see. 1 second. Papa and yes, it is.
Is this better?
Yes, move. Let's see if it's perfect. It is better.
Okay. That way we don't have interference from my darling DJ.
And we have
the music.
We have David. Cheers.
El maestro.
The maestro.
Vamos.
Master of Graham.
I tried to put myself off, man. Shut me down.
But take your camera, man.
Very nice. 23 people. Very good.
If you have your camera on, you know what's happening.
Hazme cojón, Diego.
Voy. Pero a este no, Rubén.
Oh, yay. Lots of familiar faces.
Let's put some faces.
Charles! Sheila!
Charles, let's do the rounds. Hello, Charles.
Hi, darling.
Hi,
We
Kathleen.
might spotlight you a lot because you know what you're doing.
Okay.
And let's see, we have Daniel Huber, of course.
Where is he?
He's
There
right
he
here.
is. Daniel,
We have
very
Lily
good.
back again for some more torture. We have Alex, of course.
Yes, Lily.
And yeah, good
And
crew.
we have-
And then
and we
my
have your-
sister.
Number one fan, Kathleen, Alexa.
Yes. Sarah Rose back for more.
Yep.
And
Wonderful.
Rebecca's first class of Graham. Yeah.
Nice,
Wonderful.
Rebecca, welcome.
I will be kind, hopefully. I woke up this morning and I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm not going to be shouting as much. Hopefully, we'll see how long that lasts. Yesterday, I was teaching during the live video and I wasn't using music. And so I think I shouted my counts a little bit too vigorously. So we're going to rely a bit more on the music today so that I continue to have a voice.
I have a beer here just in case you want to
Hydrate, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, cheers, Ruben. Cheers.
All
Well,
right.
that's just not nice.
Okay, yeah, you can start. You're gonna start when Ruben and I have a beer, okay? Have fun.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna mute some of you. And then all yours, Kathleen.
Everybody enjoy.
So last week there was some interesting interactions with my cat where he kept coming up and biting me. I hope he doesn't start doing that again. He just really likes to play. He's still kind of a kitten. So hopefully, however adorable that was, hopefully we'll be able to make it through class without that. So without further ado, hello. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been coming the past couple weeks, welcome back. I'm Kathleen. I am most definitely not a professional of Gram, but I've always found the Gram technique to be super helpful as a supplement to my ballet technique. So that's kind of enough about me if you're new here. Anyways, we're gonna start with the bounces and breathing on 2. So you're gonna start with the soles of your feet together and put your hands on your wrists or your shins, depending on your proportions. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. You don't want to be pulling here and sticking your butt out. You want to really be lengthening a straight line from your tailbone up through the sky. We're going to be doing lots of visualizations today. Okay, so we're just going to do simple bounces, 8 bounces here. That's going to start with contraction and pour forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to extend, and that's a release into a flat back here. 1, 2. We're going to come up 2. We're going to extend the legs out with the arms and open to second. That's a very shallow second position. Arms over the legs, contract and bounce for 8. We're going to extend for 2, come up for 2, bring our legs in for 2, and flex for 2. And the same thing here. Remember that nice pull metaphor where feel like your hands and your feet are around a pole and you're pulling your belly button straight through the back wall, really creating space. Bouncing for 8, extend for 2, come up for 2, turn out with your arms to second, and bring your left foot in front, arms in a demi-second, and you're gonna exhale in a nice contraction. And we're gonna breathe on 2. Okay. Most of you guys, I think, know this combination by now, and if not, you can just follow me. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, shall we? I wanna get to some new stuff today, so I'm gonna try to keep some of the combinations the same at the beginning so that you guys can learn some new stuff. Okay, are we ready? Thank you. 3, 4, and 1. Wait, I'm sorry. My music wasn't loud enough, so I couldn't hear it. So we're starting that over.
Ready. And
6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend. Make yourself as tall as possible. Goodness. Remember, you want to keep your belly button as far away from the floor during those bounces as possible. Breathe in the biggest stroke that you can. We're going to turn it out and bring it contract. Breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Beautiful work, you guys. You guys are starting to look like Gram dancers. I love it. Stretch out your hip flexors. Looks like Christiane has somebody with her. That's exciting. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Little sister.
Hi.
Very
We like
nice.
sisters. My sister's here too, but she won't turn her camera on. And remember what I said about the cat? He didn't stay away for very long. Okay, so now we're gonna do the breathings on 4. Again, ankles crossed in front of each other, heels really up, lifting up so that you can relax your knees down and you're not gripping in your hip flexors. We're gonna have our fingertips lightly resting on the ground, mostly holding in our lats, shoulders over hips. And we're gonna start in a contraction, soft gaze forward with the neck and the length in the same line as the spine. We're gonna do 4 breathings on 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second 4, we're gonna do it 1, 2. We're gonna plant our hands down like we did last week. And we're gonna do 3, 4, so you really get that feeling of that high release where there's a light shining up through your chest. And you lift your hips off of the ground. Make sure your shoulders still stay in your back so you're not shortening your spine. This is all about lengthening and creating room, okay? So again, that's 4 on 4 and then 4 with the hands. Okay. Are you ready? 2.
Track 2.
Yes. Sorry, he was just doing this to me. I was like, yeah, peace. Peace and love.
Track 2. Here we go. Ready?
Everyone contract. Here we go. Seven, 8. Inflate the spine. Release. Only the head moves here. And then you exhale. Inflate from the tailbone up the spine and through the chest. 2 more like this. And exhale. Chest. And beautiful, Charles. Very nice, Lily. Oh, we got the Italian sisters here. I love it. Beautiful, ladies. Exhale, now let's do it with the hands. Inhale. And plant them up. Coming back, keeping it as high as you were before. And exhale. Inhale. Push through your chest. And like you're not moving at all, release your hands and exhale. 2 more. Beautiful, Sarah. 1 last one. Beautiful. Ruben wanted to really live through the final trill. Daniel, that was really beautiful. Make sure as you do it more and more, I'm noticing your head was dropping just a little bit too much when you're coming back. And it's almost like you're coming back and you're fine, but then as you reinflate, your head drops instead of all continuing to go up. Yes, beautiful. Yes, exactly. Yes, I can really see it starting there because you don't want to go down and then keep going down. Yeah, you got it. Wonderful. Okay, now we're gonna do spirals with the open leg, which we did last week and you guys were great. So we're gonna keep that momentum going. Again, we're gonna start same position, heels up, toes are pointed. They may not look very pointed, but mostly the idea is just that you're trying to engage the smaller muscles, your deep hip rotators, so that you're not gripping in your inner thighs, your quads. Make sure that this is all nice and loose. Okay, and we're gonna start with our hands out, fingers extended in a contraction, gaze soft, down past the feet. If you wanna have a place to look, I generally try to look. I find my gaze falls about 2 feet in front of my 2 feet. Anyways, so we're gonna start here as per usual, and we're gonna do the spirals we're gonna do it in 3, but it's actually 4 counts. So we're gonna go 1, 2, you're gonna arrive on 3, hold 4, come back to center, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, hold 4, come back to center, 7, 8. So we're just doing that once left, once right, and then we're gonna go straight into the 6s, which is actually gonna be 8s because I don't have a live musician. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and that's that nice high spiral. And then we're gonna come into high release, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna go to the other side, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then we're gonna go into the open leg front. So that's this thing we were practicing where it's here. Your arms are gonna come out. Yes, Charles. And open your arms. 3, hold 4. Spiral back, shooting with this back hip. Float your arm up and pitch. And make sure you drop your knees. Yes, good, Sarah. And then stepping through, 2, 3, 4, and in 1 count, 5, 6, pitch, 7, 8. And then one more time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we feeling good about that? Cool. If you guys get lost, watch Charles. He's one of the most beautiful dancers I have had the pleasure of working with. I'm gonna embarrass him. Okay, we're gonna start ankles crossed, lots of energy in your fingers. Make sure they're not like this. We're not giving blood transfusions. We want the arms straight, but not hyperextended. Really still feeling it in the back, making sure your ears are away from your shoulders, and contract. And Ruben, if you please. 6. It's gonna be very slow. 8. Hips, waist, shoulders. And come back. Contract. Start in your hip. Spiral over that shoulder. And contract. Now faster. 1. Spiral. And spiral. Hold. Back to center. And exhale. And 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, Charles. Center. Up. Contract. We're gonna do the legs. Open. Open. You're creating as much space as you can. And pitch. Very soft. And step through. Stack your shoulders over your hips and your knee. And 1 count. Pitch. Open. Yes, Lily. Yes, Daniel. Beautiful. Sarah Rose, you might want to pause the music because I think it's only half. You did. He's great. When you're going from the pitch to the step around, make sure that you're not collapsing. I understand you're trying to pull back from your hip, but make sure the same thing that I was saying to Daniel about collapsing while you're going through, make sure you're still keeping that chest and that neck nice and supported. Yes, yes, yes. Not so far forward. Yes, and lower your arms a little bit so that think about them being more at your hip level as opposed to behind you. You should feel like a Naruto character, kind of. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. And step through. Yes, yes, yes. You see how you feel that more in your back arm, almost like pulling you around? Because that's what it looks like. It looks much, much more dynamic that way. Wonderful. Okay, so other side. Don't worry, I didn't forget this one. Okay, and a nice contraction. Fingers long, shoulders away from the ears, and 6, 7, 8. Spiral through the spine. Come to the center. And exhale, contract. Remember what I said to Flory last week about bringing the shoulder back as opposed to bringing it forward, really making sure your shoulders are over the hips. 1. High spiral, spiral, and hold. High release, and center, contract. And 1. Spiral, spiral, yes. High release, up, contract. Now your open leg. 1, open, yes, spiral. Now step through. Yes, Sarah, I saw that. Very nice on the side. 5. Over. 1. Open. Really eat up space. Now step through. 2. Make 1 wall. And spiral. And pick. Beautiful. I wish you guys could see Ruben. He's just cracking me up, dancing off on the side. That was beautiful, you guys. Okay, we're gonna do small contractions. So it's gonna be the same thing we did last week, where, let me make sure. Yes, we're gonna do center, left, center, right, which is confusing for those of us who have taken Gram before, where it's usually center, left, right. And we're gonna do 1 time on 2 counts, and then we're gonna do 1 time with 1 count, and then 1 time with syncopated counts. Now I'm gonna actually demonstrate what that looks like. So we're gonna start in a contraction. This is one of the ones, kind of like when we do the pleadings, where your head is actually in a relaxed position and it's almost up at the sky. That's how we're gonna start. And we're gonna come over for 2 counts, same as for the bounces, that same position. 1, 2, extend, 1, 2, and then contract back over, 1, 2, and you're gonna come back. And this one, your gaze is still just soft here. And then you're gonna go to the left. 1, 2, spiral and pitch, contract back to center, 2, come back, 2, then to the center again, over, contract, back, contract, spiral and pitch, contract, back. And then we'll do it in 1 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 center, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is the fun one. It's the same number of counts, but I really want you to accent the 1 and 2 and. So we're here, so it's going to be over and you're going to accent the extend and then come back. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and I don't think we have music for this, but what I want you to do is I want you to go over and forward like you're going to do it again, and then you're going to come up with your arms and end in a high release, just trying to get as much from the sky as you possibly can on this very rainy day, although it might not be rainy where you are. Okay, are we good? So we're going to do center, left, right. Sorry, center, left, center, right. 2 counts. Center, left, center, right. 1 count. Then repeat that with accents. And then at the very end, we'll go forward and up and open. Okay? If you get lost, just follow along. And if you decide to mirror me, it's not an issue. I'll try not to say left or right if that's going to be confusing. Okay? So we're going to start in a nice contraction. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Extend and contract over. Really take the whole 2 counts to let the spiral and the contraction move through your spine. And come back, shoulders over hips, forward. And then shoot it out. And contract. Coming back, over. Shooting out. Contract. Let's do it half time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Center. Again. And to the right. Ready for the syncopated? 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, and we're gonna go forward, extend, hold, hold, come up, high release. Almost feel like you're about to fall back off your sit bones. Yes, Charles. Beautiful, Wendy. Wonderful. Okay. How's everyone's hips doing? Good? I'm getting a thumbs up from Rebecca. Wonderful. Okay. So now we are going to do deep stretches. It's going to be the same thing we've been doing with the, we're going to do the 2 counts in the center, and then we're going to do 1 count for the sides with each development. So that's arms in second, legs in second, 1, 2, contract over, 1, 2, and point and extend, coming up, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one, 1, 2, over, 2, nice diamond position, and then 1, 1, 1, 1. Remember to think about putting this, you're spiraling so much that this hand actually goes behind the other one, so that when you come up, they're not next to each other anymore. And then 1, 1, other side, open on the and. Then 1, 2, over, 1, 2, high V for victory, up, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then all together. Soles of the feet together, up, 2, over, 2, extend, 2, up, 2, 1, over, side, 1, over, side, and stay in this nice, beautiful spiral with your shoulders back, your chin looking like you're on a pound note like the queen. Okay, wonderful. Shall we? I will try not to start singing, mostly because my throat is hurting, but it's frozen, so I'm making no promises. Okay, everyone start second position. Make sure your knees are staying straight up to the ceiling. You're not hyperextending and lifting your heels off the ground. Really use that pressure into the ground to continue to kind of levitate yourself up. You're not actually going to levitate. If you do, I would be very impressed, but that's not our intention today. That's our next class. Levitation's next week. Okay, we ready? Here we go. 2, over, and release. Push like you're on air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1, over, over, and come up. Faster. Spiral, spiral. Open your arms. 2, over, 2. Coming up. Contract, contract, spiral, up. Contract, over, spiral, over. Release. Come up. 1, over, spiral, come up, up, over, spiral, come up, hold. Beautiful. Wait, can you show me Lily for a second? So make sure, I like how you've let your hand float forward. That's really nice because you're actually just following the line of your back, but make sure it's not going forward too much. Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful. Yeah, that was really good, you guys. I'm like having a proud mom moment. Okay, we are gonna do turns around the back. So last week we did, so we're gonna get into our fourth position. For those of you who are new, you're gonna go onto your hip of choice. Your top leg is gonna bend back towards your butt, and then your front leg is gonna create a 90-degree angle from your hip. And if this hurts your knee, don't do it. You can extend your leg out like this. You can also sit on a cushion to raise you up and give you a little less pain if this is painful, because we don't want painful. We want muscle burning, hard work, not pain. Okay, so we're gonna start with the turns in 4 with no arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do that twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time we're gonna float the arm up just after 2. And then we're gonna double time with the 1 arm and the 2 arms. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you're at the other arm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're gonna go back to slow counts. And we're gonna do the same pitch that we've been doing for the past 3 weeks. So that's 1, 2, 3, head 4, and over. Make sure you set your thigh down. You're trying to make a nice line through the top of your head, through your tailbone, down through your back knee here. And then you're gonna continue to spiral up and over. And then you're gonna go all the way around, pulling back in contraction, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna come back into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's where we're gonna end. Alrighty, after, I was noticing this a bit last week. After we do the extension out in a Graham class, depending on your teacher, this actually, there is a development there where you will be coming up off the ground. We're not gonna do that, but because of that, it's okay to go away from this back leg. And usually you would use this foot, put it back on the walk, and push back to your starting position. We're not in ideal conditions, so it's okay if you just want to bring your knee back. But make sure you come back to this position, okay? Here we go. So that's 2 of the slow ones with no arms in 4 counts, 2 with 1 arm in 2 counts, 2 with 2 arms in 2 counts, and then we're gonna go into the 4 counts with the pitch and the spiral and the front arabesque. Okay, we ready? Foot on the walk, really like shove the energy straight through your heel, like it's gonna shoot through the camera, because that's really gonna help keep space here. Anyways, okay, spiral around, and here we go. 6, 7, 8, hips, waist, shoulders, head is the last thing. 2. Let the head trail. Now that arm's gonna float up. Half time. 2, coming back. Add the other arm. Now back to slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, pitch. Up and spiral, over, and contract, bring it all back. And step on it. 6, keep reaching. 7, 8, come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over. And up. Beautiful. You guys can't see it, but I have a picture of a beautiful sunrise right there. I was really reaching for it. Could I take a look at Lily, please? I'm being picky because I know you can take it. So when you're doing the spirals around, make sure your head doesn't turn until the very last second. You're anticipating just a little bit. Nope. Keep it over the shoulder. If you want to think about placing it somewhere, have it be your chin is attached to this back shoulder so that it's there the entire time until that last, yeah. Yes. Beautiful. Yes. And that feeling is going to be super helpful in ballet as well, because that feeling of elongating here is going to give you such a beautiful éplonnement, and your neck is already so long. So yes, oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Okay, let's do the other side. Spiral over that back shoulder, foot on the walk, and and hip, waist, shoulders, head. Now float the arm up. 2, 1, 2. Now add the other arm. Now slow again. 2, 3, 4. Great, and then flip. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. Beautiful. Oh, Charles, it's so nice to have you here. Okay, how's everyone feeling? Do we want to do a little quick hip flexor stretch? I do, so we're gonna do it. Whew. Definitely opens up my hips, but we have to be careful, especially when we're not doing the standing part of the gram class. Okie dokie. We're gonna do long leans. And I haven't done this the past couple of weeks. And I did it yesterday in my Instagram live and I was like, why haven't I been doing this? So we are going to very simply start second position. And we're gonna do 4 in 4 counts. And then 8 in 2 counts. That's gonna look 1 and 2, 3, hold 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 2. That 8 times. Even marking it, you guys are like really killing it. I'm really noticing that you guys are focusing on that back shoulder being out. I'm seeing you're planting your hips down, which is just awesome. Yay, progress. Okay, you ready for this? And then you'll feel, I always feel like I can actually do the middle splits after this, which isn't usually a thing I can do. So here we go. Ready? And 3, 4. 1, 2, over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. All right, these are the fast ones now. I forgot, we're doing 4 in the center and slow. 7, 8, center. Jump through the chest, center. Through the chest. Up. 1 more. Beautiful. Sorry, like I said, this whole throat thing, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I forgot to give you the whole combination. I apologize. Whew. That was awesome, guys. So, ready for some back leg extensions? Excellent. Okay. What song do we have for that?
We have
Just Dance.
Just Dance.
So this is going to be slightly different timing than what you're used to, Charles, but you can adapt. So we're going to start here. And we're going to come to this first position in 1 count. We're going to hold it 2 counts. We're going to extend out for 2 counts. And then we're going to spiral for 2 counts. And we're going to come back for 2 counts. And then we're going to do that twice. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2. And then we're going to go out 1, hold 2, first and fifth. And this is going to feel weird for ballet dancers because the idea is that you go from this lovely second arabesque line, and then you're going to take your shoulders and they're going to face directly front. And you're going to be here. And then keeping your arm on your back, you're going to spiral 2 and then come back. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, spiral 5, 6, 7, 8. Good so far? We're going to add on. 1, hold 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that contraction where you're almost pushing up and spiraling away while curling your back leg in. And coming back to your little, what's that thing called? The robot. Yeah. Coming back, and then we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, first, fifth, contract, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and something that it took me a while to really get from ballet, especially, you always want to feel like your whole arms in the position. After you do the contraction, you kind of almost want to let this part of your arm from your elbow down almost go dead. You only really want to be hanging here. Like you want to be feeling your tricep, you want to feel your delts in the back. And you really, like, you don't want to like place it into this nice position as much as you might want to. Charles, can you show us that, please? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to contract. He's going to spiral around. And then he's going to come back to his starting position. Oh. Contract, spiral around, and come back to the start. Yeah. See, that it's basically, he's looking like he's checking his watch. Like, when is Kathleen going to stop talking? Beautiful. Okay. We ready? So that's 2. So 1, 2, extend, 2, around, 2, come back, 2, do that twice. And then 1, hold 2, 2, 2, and spiral, come back twice. And then 1, 2, 2, 2, contract twice. And we're going to end looking at your watch. Okay? Let's do it. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 1. Extend. Spiral around. Come back. 1. Extend. 1, 2. Keep your arm on your back. Spiral. Yes, Daniel. 2. Push the ceiling away. 1. Up. Beautiful, you guys. That's starting to look really in your bodies. How are y'all doing? We good? I said I wasn't going to shout, and I keep shouting. Okay, let's do the other side. Other foot on the walk. Make sure your knee is in a nice healthy position. And look over your back shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips and you're not forward. And 6, 7, 8, 1. Extend. Spiral. Hip, waist, shoulders. 1, 2. Spiral. Beautiful, Christiane. 1. And first and fifth, around. Come back. 1. Spiral. 1, 2, 3. Push the ceiling away. Check your watch. 1, 2, and up. And over. Contract. Beautiful. Wonderful. Oh, I don't have very many corrections for you guys. You're getting too good for me. So I think next week, if y'all are up for it, I'm gonna start adding the next development after this is you start with these wonderful big circular arms. And then my favorite part in possibly the whole technique is this 3 where all you do is you look front. And it's the sassiest moment in Graham history. I love it. Anyways, yes, Charles. Yep. 3. But actually, that's like really what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to bring your shoulder back and look straight. And I always had so much fun with that. So we'll do that next week. Yes, Christiane, that was beautiful. Everyone's got a little sass in them. It's great. Okay, so we're gonna do pleadings. And yeah, I think this will be our last combination, just because we're kind of powering through. Yeah. Next week I'll have a nice exercise that's involving pleadings, but I didn't have a chance to talk to the wonderful David Chase about his exercise that I'm going to steal. So you're going to lay down, everything relaxed, and we're going to do the pleadings on 2, 4 times. We're going to do the pleadings on 4, 2 times, and then we're going to do the pleadings. It's usually the pleadings on 6, but we're going to do it in 8 counts because, like I said, I do not have a live musician with me. So the 2s are going to look like this. 2, contract, and down. 1, 2, down, down, 3, 4. And then we're going to skip the pleadings on 3 and go straight to the pleadings on 4. We're going to go 1, 2, head up on 3. Reach forward and 1, 2, 3, 4, twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna go onto our right hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're just gonna come back 2, 3, 4, and your head is gonna touch on 6. It's the first thing that touches. And then 7, 8. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Relax. 7, 8. So like I said during class yesterday, make sure that when your knees are bending and your head is coming off the ground and your shoulders, that's all happening because you're contracting your rectus abdominis and your transverse so much that your body can't do anything except come towards your center. So that's the only reason you're bending your knees. You don't want your quads to engage because you're supposed to bend your knees. You want it to really be that you're in such a contracted position that you have to bend your knees. Got it? And then relax your head. Ooh, that might be why my neck hurts. shouting in that position is not an ideal situation, but beautiful, Charles. Yep, that's what it is supposed to look like. Someone who hasn't had lots of back issues. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna do pleadings on 2, 4 times, pleadings on 4, 2 times, and then pleadings on 8, 2 times. And then we'll be done. Are we ready? Here we go. Seven, 8. 1. Release. 1, 2. Release. 1. Last 1. Now on 4. The hip. Beautiful, Sarah. Contract. Release your neck. Yes, Daniel, beautiful. Other side. Hold 8 and come back. Wonderful. Okay. Everyone's been doing an amazing job. I've been having so much fun teaching these classes, and just sharing my delight in the gram technique. I'm certainly not a professional, but I'm a professional dancer, just not a professional gram dancer. And so this has been really, really fun for me to get to explore with you guys. I hope everyone's staying safe. Thank you very muchos, as my lovely boyfriend would say. And yeah, I hopefully will see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kathleen. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you guys for coming.
Gracias.
Yes,
Really
yes.
appreciate the class.
Gracias. Okay.